The question was regarding the lesson plan. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, specifically now, lesson plan is, of course, related with academic department and related with education. And here we are dealing with the K-12 segment. I have taken one of my lesson plan, okay, where I had given sessions for some reputed organizations in the education, and it's a demo version of the same. So I am quickly briefing you with the same uh, example here of the lesson plan. Now, what is a lesson plan? See, people who are in B.Ed or started pursuing any diploma courses or started up as a fresher teacher in the education industry, or even of course, if you're experienced, lesson plan is the most important part or element of your teaching. If you do not have a proper, well planned, organized, and a structured lesson plan, your teaching lacks skills. Okay, whether you are teaching any particular subject. Now, why lesson plan is important? Plan means an outline of what you're going to do in the classroom with a group of children you are assigned as a teacher, right? And what kind of a subject you are dealing with and what topic you are going to cover in those 40, 45, 30, whatever minutes was prescribed to you in your timetable given by your school coordinators, right? Now, lesson, even, if you are a freelance educator, you are freelancing, you're working on your own, you have an academy, you are an online tutor, or anyone who is in the field of education, whether even in higher education as well, you need plan what you are going to teach in the classroom, how you're going to implement your strategy. You need to develop a proper strategy. You need to organize the resources, and that all you need to put on paper so that every level of your planning and organization is well structured and can be implemented in the classroom with the learners. Right now, whether you are teaching to adult learners as a TEFL or TESOL tutor, trainer, teacher, or you are a math teacher, you are a science teacher, Hindi teacher, Telugu teacher, any teacher, right? Any subject you're teaching, history, civics, geography, English, you need a lesson plan. Now, I'm sure in the schools, your coordinators must have handed over you a planner, okay, or a notebook or a planner, a proper planner with a format. So your format of may vary from school to school or your purpose to purpose, because everyone's format might differ a little bit here and there. So depends. But you will get a proper format from your higher ups, that is the school or academic coordinator. They're responsible for giving you a format. Now that format has been given certain headers. Now this is my own format here as per what I wanted to design for the students of grade 12. And the topic I have taken, an elementary classroom in a slum by Stephen Spender. It's a poetry in CBSC, right? So what I need to do with the children and what I need to do with the students depend what age you are teaching. If, for example, I am taking the session for English, so I have to target the LSRW skills, that is the listening, speaking, reading, and writing, which sums up to the proficiency of language. Likewise, what kind of a skill you are developing, whether you are a science teacher, whether you are a history teacher. So critical, you are targeting the critical thinking, creativity, innovation, time management, subject knowledge. What kind of a skill are you developing and targeting, that you have to mention. Whatever the duration of the class is given as per your timetable, it is 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. If you are a private tutor, you will mention that. Okay, what is the learning objective? All right. Now, learning objective, there is a difference between learning objective and learning outcome. Learning objective is what you visualize and what you intend to deliver, right? And you plan accordingly about it. And the learning outcome can differ from the learning objective depending how much they are able to grasp your content. That means your students are able to grasp the content, how much they are able to retain the content, how much they are able to understand or comprehend the content. That is your learning outcome. So there is a difference between learning objective and learning outcome. So it's a poetry. This is just an example. Your format can differ, your strategy may differ, your methodology or pedagogical approach may differ. So I am trying to brief you how can you organize and plan. For lesson plan, the most important part is a research skill. If you do not do research, my dear educators, you will fail to give a detail-oriented learning outcome. Research skill is paramount for designing a good lesson plan. What do I mean? See, education keeps on evolving now and then. Your learners of 21st centuries keeps on evolving now and then. Your methodologies, the way you can incorporate different activities or different methodologies based on educational psychology, that all you can do a research work on the internet with the library of your school. You must be having research labs in school. So if you're not allowed with your gadgets there must be a research lab or a computer lab, or a computer is provided in the staff room for you where you can sit and do research work in your free periods. Then it has to be, of course, approved by the academic coordinator, whoever the coordinator, head of department, or principal, whoever approves it, under whom the duty goes to, they will approve it and they will check it. Okay, whatever your subject is, you will choose that subject and you will write that subject. What books you are using, what resource materials you have created. Okay, that if the resource materials that you have created, if you have created some practice sheets and worksheets, then you will use those. You can also evaluate learners as a pen paper test or with quiz. It can be, or with portfolios, depending what your creativity and curriculum expectations of evaluation. Now we will go to the outline, that what is the lesson pedagogy for session, what kind of a pedagogy you are choosing. So Bloom's taxonomy, I am sure you must all be aware of. You can go on my website and read about the blog. I've written on revised version of the same, what you are targeting. So there should be a proper lesson outline, the methodology, pedagogy, the approach you are using or choosing to do, you should try to outline and mention it. Now, in above columns, almost everything is covered, like what duration it is, what is the objective, how the assessment is going to be done, what are the resources being used, date, and everything is mentioned. The topic is mentioned, the name of the facilitator is mentioned, the group of class you're going to teach is mentioned. So everything, and how many periods it will take to cover and complete a particular lesson plan, right? So everything is mentioned. So then you need to outline your pedagogy for the session, whatever pedagogy. For example, if you're using a science pedagogical approach where you are using the lab work, you can try and design accordingly. Be more creative, which can also, foster creativity and developing critical thinking. Now, Bloom's taxonomy develops critical thinking, creativity in children, in students. So, accordingly, you can plan your pedagogy. Now, what can be the lesson plan instructions? Okay, accordingly, you will also mention it can depend on your format as well, right? This is my own format. So I am trying to explain with this one that how you're going to start up with your sessions, what kind of activities you are choosing as a warm-up activity. You're going to have a group discussion, icebreaker activity, what sort of activities you are going to choose, then how the children or the students going to comprehend a piece of text or a subject or whatever you are going to take up as a topic going to learn. So what methodology you're going to explain in the instructions about it. Then accordingly you can move on. So this is important to understand here, that how you're going to incorporate all that knowledge in a planned and a structured way in a lesson plan, and organize everything where each and every detailed fragment is targeted. It is detail oriented. The learning outcome should be that learners are capable of retaining the knowledge, understanding and implementing at the same time, which also develops their multiple skills based on what subject or topic you are teaching them. So this is a brief about lesson planning. In detail, join me for the sessions. I will give you lots and lots of resources, pre-made resources for lesson designing, lesson planning for various other subjects, worksheets, practice sheets, activities, educational games, and many, many other different things that you can try to collaboratively do with your learners and excel in the classroom. I hope you like this video. Please give me a thumbs up and share it with your family and friends or with your colleagues as well. Have a great day.